Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share the recipe of cheese crackers with you. You might have seen that I've already shared the recipe for two kinds of crackers, keto crackers before. I'm going to leave the link to that on the screen as well as in the description, so check those out too. Those are delicious too. In my previous video I shared how to make homemade cream cheese, and I made a cream cheese dip or a log out of it which can be used as a spread. So I was missing crackers and I had to make crackers to show in the cream cheese recipe, and since I made cheese crackers I thought of sharing that recipe too, and this is what that recipe is. I'm sure you guys are going to like it because it's quick, simple. If I could make it along with the cream cheese, you guys can definitely do that. Don't forget to watch the recipe to make the cheesecake. So you have like 2-3 recipes to watch. I'm going to link all of these in the description as well as on the screen. I have information of all the things that I use in my kitchen, and I have a page on my website, and link to that is also in the description, so you might be interested in taking a look at that too. So let's go ahead and see how I make this.
So here is half a cup of almond flour, 1/4 cup of processed cheese. I've used the Britannia brand, you can use any that you like, and 1 teaspoon of butter. And I'm going to melt this in the microwave a bit. Now I'm adding 1 packet of oregano seasoning that comes along with the Domino's pizza. So it has a little bit of salt, oregano, and it has, I think, garlic powder and onion powder. Now I've blended this and I'm going to try to make a dough out of it. I've put it on a silicone mat and my mat looks ugly. I totally agree. It's been abused like anything, but doesn't matter. It works just as well. I'm trying to form a dough out of this, and I'm going to add 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum to it. It is a binder. You can definitely leave this out if you don't have it, or I know people are going to ask me whether they can use psyllium husk, and you probably can, but it's not going to work as well because we haven't added any water to this. So once you form your dough, you're going to put it between 2 silicone mats and try to roll it evenly. Keto doughs are extremely forgiving, so you can just bring it back, get it together and roll it again, which is what I'm doing. You want to make sure that it's equally thin everywhere, so you just move some of the sides inside because the sides become thinner, and roll it again, which is what I'm doing here. Okay, so after that is done, you can see I'm going to try to make it sort of square. So I'm going to cut some of the sides and put it in places where it's too thin. You can see I'm using this offset spatula or a palette knife kind of a thing, which doesn't work for this purpose. I think got it out because I hardly ever use it and I wanted to use something fancy, but you could just as easily do it with a knife. So now I've rolled it the third time and I think it looks pretty good to me. I'm going to start cutting it, and this is the point when I realize it's not working out, and I shift it to a knife. Okay, that's the knife, and you can see I can do a much better job using a knife. Now I am cutting them really small. If you like, you can make them slightly larger. We are going to put them in the oven under the broiler, but before that I'm poking this with some toothpick to make sure that it doesn't puff up, because sometimes the air inside will expand and the cracker will puff up and you'll make a puri out of it. And if you want to make a puri, you should just watch my puri video, which I'm going to link in the description. So this goes under the broiler, and you can see my broiler is not heating evenly. So some parts are brown and some parts are white, but that's fine. I'm going to take these out and break them apart and then turn them over and put it back under the broiler for another 2 to 3 minutes. Whenever any of your food is under the broiler, you want to keep an eye on it, because in my case I have burnt at least 10% of all the food that I have put under the broiler, but it's so quick to do that I always land up using the broiler. So now you can see I have turned most of my crackers over, and I am also simultaneously eating some of the corner pieces. They're done. Now we're going to serve this with some homemade cream cheese. This is a log made from some homemade cream cheese. I've added some goji berries and pine nuts to them, and it looks delicious and tasted great. It is such a great statement piece on your charcuterie board. And these are my crackers, and they look great too, and they're nice and crunchy. I have another molded cheese, which is also, of course, made from cream cheese. This is a plain one which can be used for making cheesecake. So watch my keto cheesecake video if you want to make that. If you want to make homemade cream cheese, watch my cream cheese video. All of these are linked in the description as well as on the screen. And this is a few crackers which are topped with some cream cheese.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching the recipe, and will click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell right next to it. Leave me a comment if you tried the recipe, how you liked it, and any tips that you have, any changes that you made. I really like to hear that, and I read all of your comments and try to reply to each one of those. So thanks for watching. Bye.